true story, and I'm not elaborating. This is exactly what happened. So we got in the car, and we went to Russell, spent the night, because there were still more storms and stuff. Got up the next morning, we headed on toward Colorado. I guess we decided we were going to end up in Colorado. We went to Prairie Dog Town. You ever been to Prairie Dog Town? Remember, we have no husbands. We can stop anywhere we want. We did Prairie Dog Town. We shot funny hotels, the whole 9 yards. We finally get to, I guess, Lyman, Kansas or something. You have to decide where you're going to go north. There's a fork in the road. You got to figure out where you got to go. Well, we ended up going to Boulder. We went to Boulder, Colorado, and she had gone to Boulder on her first honeymoon with her first husband. And we had made no reservations, made no plans for anything, right? This is a very dangerous way to live, but it can be very enlightening. So I thought, I was driving again. I said, look, I'm just going to get off. I'm going to go to the first hotel I see, because I'm tired. It was the exact hotel she'd stayed in with her husband more than 15 years ago. And she said, oh my gosh, if I go in here and this place is here, I'm just going to freak. And I said, well, do we need to find a look? She said, no, I'm facing my fears. I'm fine. This is going to work. I'm okay. I said, okay. Fine. So I said, okay. Breathe. Okay. Now, she has all this computer equipment, right? So we want a first floor room so we can just haul things out of the van and not upstairs and out. Okay, we spent the whole trip doing this. 3 doors down from our room were 3 truckers. They were bound and determined to get us to go out. Finally, Robin stops. She says, okay, well, which one's which? I said, well, that's the Tin Man, that's the Cowardly Lion, and that's the Scarecrow. And when we were looking at our pictures later, the semi that they were driving had been parked at the roadside stop where we had stopped to take pictures. They had been in the same spot that we had been. So we had always really, I'm going to try to not go through the whole trip because I do this as an inspirational speak, but I won't bore you with the whole thing. The highlights, though, we went to Boulder, we went to Garden of the Gods, and we kept seeing yellow brick roads and highways. We went to Canyon City because she decided she needed to do the Royal Gorge Bridge. Yeah. Because she said her husband forced her to go across it. She was going to do it on her own. She wears a size 6 shoe, okay? So she makes these little steps, and I could just like snap, but she's my best friend. So we're doing the Royal Gorge. We're going to do the Royal Gorge Bridge. And the guy at the hotel says, well, if you go early, you can get in for free or cheaper before the park opens. He said, fine. We go out after like 5 or 6 filling stops, and we drive up to the gate where the guy is, the gatekeeper. How many of you remember what the gatekeeper looks like in The Wizard of Oz? He has the mutton chop mustache. This guy had on a green park ranger's outfit and a green shed and said, welcome, come on in. She looked at me, I looked at her, and I said, oh, wow, God's really got a sense of humor. This time we're beginning to realize we are truly on a road trip to Oz. We went from there, we went to Pueblo, Colorado, where we chased rainbows, literally. She got some of those beautiful shots of rainbows. We ended up in Santa Fe, which is the land of Oz, because we went to a church there that I love, and the minister there was like the wizard, everything. We called to find the church, and I said we were on a road trip, and da-da-da-da-da. He said, oh, you're going to love today's talk. Maps versus the territory. I said, wow, about how you plan your life, or you don't plan your life, how you let divine intervention pull you through life. And it was the most incredible trip. I said, and in maybe in Pueblo or Trinidad, we got a rainstorm, and we had the Witch's Castle, which was a hotel we stayed at that was really bad. She said, this is the Witch's Castle. By then, we're on to it. We realized that we're looking for all the signs. So the only thing that was left, we left Santa Fe, New Mexico at like 9 o'clock on a Tuesday morning meeting, and I was determined to be home that evening. And so we drove almost nonstop from Santa Fe to Lawrence, which takes you about 10 to 12 hours with me driving. And I said, the only thing missing was the flying monkey, right? Well, he showed up in the little bit of the Texas Panhandle as the highway patrolman. He pulled us over, he pulled us over because she had just bought the car and he had a temporary paper tag, and he said it was flapping in the wind and he couldn't read it. So he stopped us and he said, "So, ladies, what are you doing out here without your husbands?" Damn girl. It's okay. He's a flying monkey. It'll be okay. We realized what it was, but we want to take his picture because by then we were taking pictures, and I actually have a book that we chronologue the whole thing, and we hope to put together a little video of this whole thing because everything I'm telling you is absolutely true. But we didn't think he would, get a kick out of getting his picture taken. But he made us find duct tape and tape it down, and he questioned us about why we're there. He gave me a warning, for the, not having the license. But I said, it's a flying monkey if I ever saw one. But we got all the way home that night, and bless our hearts, we didn't fight at all till we got to a little place just north of Wichita. And my girlfriend, and lovers I do, she whines. And if you want to get on my very last nerve, whine. And she started whining. I said, "Robin, shut up!" She went. And that's the way it was all the rest of the way home from the trip. We didn't fight at all to that very last day. But it was the most wonderful trip in that we really understood how prayer works, how consciousness builds, how what you believe in happens, how the world is really a wonderful place and you can create things that you really desire by believing in your dreams. The sense of humor of it all, the sense of humor of spirit, I think is really the greatest gift we got from that. I mean, from the flying monkey to the 3 guys at the hotel to the watchman at the gate. I mean, it's like, how can that be synchronicity? Everything's part of a divine plan. So somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. And dreams do come true. And why, oh, why can't I? But why, oh, why won't you? Thank you.